So if you do unconditionally love your kids, and then you have a time when you don't, does that undo the loving? Depends. So let's imagine that the first 1,000 times you and I interact, I slap you in the face. Well, in the first place, if we've gotten to 1,000, you must be pretty stupid or slow. But see, that's the only choice children have. And they don't even realize it's slapping. All of that disappointment and all that stuff that we do to kids. They don't know. So then, after 1,000 times of telling our kids that we don't love them by being impatient or sighing or whatever it is, then we say, oh, I've made a mistake. So Tim says to his daughter, all these years that I thought I was loving you, I wasn't. So now I'm going to start learning how to love you now. And then he loves her 3 or 4 times, and then he says something snotty and irritable to her. What's she going to do? I promise you she's not going to go, well, there was 3 or 4 lovings and then 1 not. Let's see, how does that average out? It doesn't. In fact, if I slap you only 1 out of 10 times that we meet, what are you going to be thinking every single time you see me? You're going to be waiting for the slap. So whether it's in a marriage or whether it's with kids, if you have not been unconditionally loving, which would be the case with 99% of us, it's going to take quite a lot to establish a new pattern, you know? A husband said to me just the other day, who said some unbelievably hateful, snotty thing to his wife, and he said, I'd been nice all day long. Wow, whole day. Vin Scully's an old sportscaster. You have to be old even to recognize the name. But he said, losing feels worse than winning feels good. Boy, failing to love somebody is so much more painful than we could describe. And if we've lived with it all of our lives, we may not recognize it as painful, but it is. If you see your partner or a child or a whoever who looks shut down, that's the result of a lot of pain. We can put up with a great deal of pain. We're all proof of that. By the time somebody shuts down, they've decided that every little trick that they have in the book to deal with pain has failed. So they just withdraw from the world. David was up here. He was really enjoying being loved. Could you feel that? The expression of pain on his face just started to just slide away. And that was over a period of, what, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't know. Not hours and years of therapy, just 5 or 10 minutes. He experiences enough of that, and the pain will just go away. But it takes a while for feeling love to become the new normal. Really does. Well, I've been nice to my wife all day long. Surely I'm entitled to beat the crap out of her once. Not so much, really, no.